Alright, peace family. First, go ahead and like, subscribe, share this video. We're gonna get started. First, I want to talk about the storming of the White House. Man, I know y'all don't think that that's real. Now, I done told my family, my peers, they don't do that. They don't just let people walk into the White House. They don't just let people climb over the gate. They don't just let people, you know what I'm saying, storm that bitch. And you know, in the effort of protest and the effort of, and it's civil. You know, if it was one black face, you know what I'm saying, in that, the whole thing would have been thrown out of whack. So they knew what they was doing. They organized together. They didn't have us there. And if we were there, we were hiding, or we was on the other side of the fence. Now there's a video circulating that I'm gonna show y'all real quick about this cop who they put on the front line against all these people. All right, so check this out real quick. They're going crazy, man. You see how they got this guy. They got this guy at the front of the line by himself, trying to fend off a mob of people. Now I want y'all to check this out, man. Notice how somebody recording, but ain't nobody helping this man. You know what I'm saying? Now he hitting the steps, and you can tell, like, watch when this guy get up the steps. When he get up the top steps, now you can be able to tell that this first guy who was in front of the cop, this first guy who like he chasing him up the steps, this dude is drunk. Now watch when he get up here. Watch when he get up there. This dude right here is drunk. Look, he gonna touch him. Look how he's standing right there. Look. That ain't no sober person. He don't know what's going on. You know, he probably been out there drinking beer all day, looking all day, and now he ready to turn up. They done put this black dude in the front, man. That joint's crazy. It's crazy. So you see how they doing it? They let them in, basically show them around, you know. So, and in order to make it seem like it's not staged, in order to make it seem like everything is legit, you know what I'm saying, they off one of their own. You know, they always do that. Historically, they'll create a situation and then have one person take the fall for it, so you won't really know who's creating the situation. All right, so it was a woman that was shot. Her name was Babbitt. I think her name was Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. I think that's her name, Ashley Babbitt. And I ain't, you know, nothing against nobody, but get her ass out of here. We don't really care. You know, black people, man, we sit at home, which what we should do. We sit at home and let them do that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, so Ashley Babbitt, you know, you shouldn't have been trying to, you know, you basically got yourself shot up. You feel me? Because you stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to jump over the damn thing, and get your ass capped. That's stupid. I mean, I know they ain't really killing nobody, but you know somebody got to be the example. So that's what they chose to set it for. That's what they chose to use to set the example. Yeah, it's been going on for the past couple of days now. What y'all might not have heard is in Rankin County, Mississippi. There was an 18-year-old boy who was getting harassed by this 54-year-old man, right? What was the boy named? Deshawn Douglas. Y'all go look this up if y'all hadn't seen it already. But Deshawn Douglas was basically harassed by this 54-year-old man.
The castle doctrine, we just want him released. Why is he even behind bars?
He isn't anymore. Deputies released. It's unclear what led to his release, but the move comes after a growing number of supporters, particularly on social media, have been saying Douglas's first-degree murder charge was excessive. Mississippi law states a killing can only be considered first-degree murder in a handful of situations: when it's done by deliberate design or premeditation, and when it's done while in commission of certain felonies. There is no evidence released to the public so far to indicate Douglas had planned to kill Milne. Gilbert says there was evidence that Milne had tried to get violent with Douglas before. In October of last year, Douglas filed charges against Milne for assault after he said Milne threatened to attack him with a shovel. At that time, Milne was ordered not to have any contact with Douglas. More than 2 months later, this video reveals Milne making contact with Douglas anyway.
The story. So in Mississippi, there's all kind of stand your ground laws, all kind of laws that protect you. If somebody come up into your territory, try to harm you, place harm on you, there's laws in Mississippi to protect you. You can legally defend yourself in that way. So the police in Mississippi, what's it called, Rankin County, Mississippi, took the 18-year-old to jail and charged him with first-degree murder. Wow, right? For defending himself. Now the story has been developing for a couple of days, but I want y'all to go look up Tariq Nasheed. This man actually bailed Deshawn out of jail on a $75,000 bond after hearing about it. You see what I'm saying? That's how on code he is. You see, because they was going to try to hang this dude. Maybe not in the literal term, but he 18. They was going to try to have him in there for the rest of his life, you know, for murdering that dude. But he did it in self-defense. But he's out now on bond, but he's still being charged with first-degree murder. So I want y'all to keep y'all eye on this man. If y'all can, go up to Mississippi, you know, support this man. Go over to Mississippi and support this man in his case, because we need to stay on code, just like Tyreek did by paying this man bond. We need to be on code and make sure he stay out of prison, so this won't happen to any other black person in Mississippi or in anywhere else. So, you know, we living with a whole bunch of stress and stuff like that. So I know y'all heard about what happened to Dr. Dre. You know, he had a brain aneurysm, which is the bleeding of the brain, man. That's crazy, you know. And even with all this going on, you know, his wife still getting $2 million, right, in child support, and she's still trying to get. I think his wife trying to get his masters from NWA. Like she's trying to get everything that, you know, that he built with NWA, but Dr. Dre did come back on TMZ. They posted something where he said, "Thanks to my family and friends and fans for their interest and well wishes. I'm doing great and getting excellent care from my medical team. I'll be back out the hospital, back home soon. Shout out to all the great medical professionals at Cedars. One love." All right, so keep Dre in your prayers, man. It's just crazy. So. And you know this man got $1 billion, you know, so so we just gotta keep our eye, keep a close watch on brother, and pray for Dr. Dre. Also, y'all know that Raphael Warnock and John Osoff won Georgia. Now, you know, I'm not really big into politics. I don't really get into stuff like that. I don't really follow Raphael Warnock or John Osoff. I just know I seen them on my YouTube, on their ads. You know, they was coming up after every video, between every video, you know. But I will say Ralph Warnock and John Osoff went against Kelly. I don't know how you say the folk name. Kelly LaFleur, Gucci Mane LaFleur. Anyway, he went up against her, beat her out by almost 100,000 votes, and Warnock beat the guy who he went up against, David Perdue, by it was a close margin by less than 50,000 votes. But I don't know if y'all watch them ads, but I'm looking at them ads on my YouTube, and I ain't want no Kelly LaFleur to win a goddamn thing. This motherfucker look like an alien. Like, if you look at that motherfucker, you just, she look like Joe Biden's, like, granddaughter or some shit like that. Or, you know, they all look crazy, but she looks like mentally unstable. She got the crazy eyes. She ridiculously thin and tall. She look ridiculous. Like she look like to me. I don't really fuck with that. I don't fuck with that at all. So I guess I'm glad Raphael Warnock won because what was his name? Joe Biden said he's gonna give out them $2,000 stimulus checks if Warnock wins. So, I haven't even got a $600 stimulus check, but y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout because they said that's supposed to be coming out today, sometime today. So, we'll watch, keep an eye on that. It's supposed to be coming out sometime today. You understand? So, but Raphael Warnock, he's a black dude, man. He won. Hopefully he do something for black people. He one of the first blacks again. 2021, and he's a first. What is this guy? Hold on, let me see what Raphael Warnock is. I told you I don't really follow this shit, man. He said he grew up in public housing, man. Let me see, man. What did he just win? And he went to Morehouse. I guess he's in the U.S. Senate. But he grew up in Savannah. And he had 11 brothers and sisters. Hopefully he ain't the coon, man. Hopefully he ain't the coon. So, because we don't need no more coons in positions of power doing nothing for black people but caping. So he's a senator elect. He the first. I guess he's the first black senator in Georgia. I don't know. First African American to represent Georgia in the United States Senate. The first African American to represent Georgia. It's crazy, but it's interesting because they didn't make Georgia. Georgia was at one point a whites only state. You understand? So they made Georgia as a buffer for South Carolina and Florida, because the slaves were not South Carolina, but the Carolinas. It was before it split between North and South Carolina. It was just Carolinas, and then it was Florida, and the slaves would, and new enslaved people and black people would go from the Carolinas to Florida because Florida was a Spanish colony or a Spanish territory, and the Spanish was letting slaves who escaped from British and European colonialism in the Carolinas come to Florida to be free. So I think James Oglethorpe was one of the ones who was part of the creation of Georgia, created as a buffer territory, which now state between the Carolinas and Florida. So if a slave came through now Georgia, which was a whites only state at that time, when they came through Georgia, if they were caught coming through Georgia, they could be shipped back, the Carolinas, before they made it to Florida. So the idea was, because the Spanish was in Florida, so and the U.S. and British, couldn't take over the territory because of all the black people going to Florida. You understand? With so many black people in Florida fighting back against the U.S. the British Army and European colonialism with the help of the Spanish. So they was getting, the U.S. was getting their ass whooped. You see what I'm saying? So they tried to create Georgia as a buffer just so they could continue that, exploits without interference of the Spanish. Because at the time, the Spanish had claimed all of North America and parts of South America, right? They came up that way, in South America. So, but the U.S. came in and the British came in and started, warring with them, but we was the first ones to war with the Spanish, so we was always here. So the Spanish couldn't kick us out, what I'm saying? Just like the U.S. and Europeans can't kick us out. You see what I'm saying? So they created Georgia. Georgia was the buffer, and anybody who got caught between South Carolina and Florida in that Georgia space was sent back to slavery, right? So I guess I say that because it's 2021 and Raphael Warnock is the first black person, African American, excuse me, what they say, well, he black, to represent Georgia in the United States Senate. The very first, since Georgia was created in what, the 1750s, 1800s? The very first one. Georgia was created in the 1700s, like the early joints. You know, go look that up. Go look it up. So I just think that's crazy and it's interesting. But moving right along, man, I know y'all seen your boy The Weeknd out here looking like a jigsaw doll, looking like he supposed to be on one of them little bit of tricycles, playing games with folks' mind. This nigga look like, but you see this nigga nose, man, this nigga look like, god damn. This nigga don't look real. I swear this nigga look like one of them Clay Gumby cat. I don't know what the fuck. This nigga don't look real, man. What in the hell happened? Y'all still gonna buy this nigga music. Fuck him. Fuck all that Botox. This nigga Botox the lips, the cheeks, the chin, the nose look like he got bashed in. Like, what the fuck happened, man? Like, you must just, that was your last 50K. That was your last 50 grand. You fuck, man, that's my last 50, man. Gotta get the Botox. Like, that had to be your last 50, because you went to the worst motherfucker you could find, motherfucker. That shit look horrible. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I hope I don't never see no shit like that again. Y'all niggas need to stop. I heard Tiny got her shit fixed, but this nigga should have left himself alone. You know what I'm saying? He looked crazy. Man, so y'all go check that out, man. I'm gonna put that picture up. And I know y'all heard that man Trump last night talking about he not gonna tolerate, you know, folks attacking the White House or whatever. But I'm just letting y'all know, man, these folks is playing games. That's why we need to just sit back and act like we don't see this shit happening. Cause these folks is playing games. They acting like they not working together. They all working in cahoots with each other. You understand? The Democrats, Republicans, they all working together, man. So, but Trump gave a speech last night, you know, talking about they're gonna be punished, you know, brought to justice.
Lawlessness and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. Must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
Whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they ain't gonna do shit to these folks. They didn't do nothing to them while they was storming the motherfucking Capitol. They ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying the White House. They were storming the Capitol. They ain't do nothing. You know? So, what makes you think they gonna just now do something? Like, Trump talk a lot of shit. Trump talk big, but really, the National Guard was already there. It's like they talking about they activated the National Guard. Them niggas was already there. You didn't have to activate them niggas. They was there. They knew what was going on because they a part of it too. All these motherfuckers working together. I don't know what they trying to distract us from right now, but I said that shit the other day. I said, motherfuckers is gonna be looking at this White House shit and something. I said, what was the last thing that happened? Something happened just before this White House shit. Just before this White House takeover, it was all the rallies and all the protests that was focusing on that. So I said it's been kind of quiet. I was like, it was kind of quiet for like 2 months. COVID kind of shook everything up, kept everything kind of, people was dying of COVID, kind of keeping everything, but it just kind of got quiet, you know. So, you know, this was the perfect opportunity for them to throw something out there. You know, they let them folks come in there. They letting them do that shit. They probably let them do it again. So they're gonna talk on the radio about what does this mean for America's security. That shit don't mean nothing. Especially when all these folks working together. I mean, they know what was going on. Cop running up second floor is like he letting them know It's like a movie. He letting them know, hey man, let's go. You know, come on up. Come on. What? Right here. Hold on. You see him touch the drum. Hold on. Just 1 second. Let me get cleared. We're coming up on the 3rd floor. Then, all right, let's go. Now they running up. It's like you can't even make it look real, cause the actor's so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt except this one person who they literally like targeted this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't fall for that shit, man. Also, y'all need to go grab my new book, How to Wholesale Real Estate in Georgia, by me. It's the free way. You know what I'm saying? Go support your boy. You know, it's a real short manuscript. It teach you how to do it all. You got sample contracts in the back. Had to block out some of the stuff in there. You know, go get your book. It's a real easy read, real simple. You know, but it teach you exactly how to wholesale real estate, how to get started in wholesale, and teach you how to do it from A to B. So if y'all are interested in that, go get that book. The paperback is $20. You can get an e-Kindle one for $2.99. All right, go check that out. But yeah, that's what's been going on this week, man. Y'all need to get y'all reads up. I got the Powernomics book, you know, by Dr. Claude Anderson. I'm deep diving into that. Just got my book out, so y'all make sure y'all go get your reads up. Y'all need to get Powernomics, get Nutricide, all right, and read those 2 books, and y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, make sure y'all sharing this video, like it. Holla at y'all later. Peace.
For these niggas disrespecting their queens. If you don't think they are